Good morning, everyone, and welcome on another Sunday to Coastal Connections with Courtney. Here we are in Biloxi, Mississippi at the Golden Nugget Biloxi. Today we are located on the 15th floor at the Tillman Suite. Today we get the honor to have a great discussion with Vice President and General Manager, Mr. Chett Harrison. Good morning, everyone, and welcome on another Sunday to Coastal Connections with Courtney. Here we are in Biloxi, Mississippi at the Golden Nugget in one of the most beautiful suites. Today we get the honor to get to know Vice President and General Manager, Mr. Chett Harrison.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Harrison, thank you for this opportunity. And there are so many exciting things going on as I'm driving here with my team. I know Bill Fish is coming up, and all of these people are going to the Golden Nugget Biloxi. And all kinds of things have happened in the casino industry, and we're in a really good place. And I would like to know what it's like, to be the vice president, a little bit of your history, how you have gotten to where you are today.
Well, I started in the industry in 1993, August of 93, so in a couple of months it'll be 30 years. I started at the Copa in Gulfport, and I stayed there for 6.5 years, and I left in 2000, went to the Palace, and opened their 234-room hotel. Stayed there for a year, and I ended up going to Boomtown, which is owned by Penn National Gaming, and I was with that company for 13 years until I came here to Golden Nugget, which will be 9 years in about a week and a half.
Well, congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. And are you from Mississippi Gulf Coast?
I am. I'm actually from Wiggins. My father was from Gulfport, as my mother. Both graduated Gulfport High, and my dad moved to Wiggins in late '64 with Mississippi Power. And we ended up staying for a long time.
Yes, and I've read a bunch of articles on you, and you did mention you were one of the examples that did stay here on the coast because of the casino industry and the rising factors, as well as it was helping the economy, the tourism. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, when I graduated University of Southern Miss in 1990. Unfortunately for Mississippi Coast and Mississippi in general, there was not a lot of opportunities. You basically landed with Mississippi Power, Ingalls, NASA, and maybe a couple of more of the larger corporations like Chevron, or you had to move off. So I was very fortunate. So I think it kept a lot of us home, and it saved an area. That literally saved an area.
And you saw some rising potential here in Mississippi because you've been doing this almost for 30 years in the casino industry. You were young. You do have a degree. You went to Southern Miss.
Yep.
And what was your degree in?
It was in advertising and marketing, is what I finished in.
And
so I was able to. I've always had the gift of gab, so it allowed me the opportunity to stay home and do what I do. Now I'm too old to move, so I tell anyone who ever calls me about additional other jobs that I'm too old to move. I'm at the end of my horizon.
You're never too old.
As people are beginning, but no, I mean it's just been a great industry, and the casinos give a lot to the area. A lot of people don't even know. We support a lot of organizations, and we don't go out and toot our horn. We shouldn't have to. We just need to do the right thing along the way, and it's provided a lot of people the opportunity to stay home. I think that's great. And I think John Harrison said it best one time when we were working on the Tri-County Tourism Board, is he wanted to grow tourism because that was our #1 industry, so his kids could stay home when they graduated, his daughters.
Absolutely.
And I think that's just, that's awesome that we've been able to stay home and prosper as a community and family.
Sure, and we're sitting here, 2023, as we're growing. We were 1 out of 2 in the region markets with fastest growing pre-pandemic. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you've been through so much. How were we so resilient, and how was our markets in the tourism and the casino industry? How did we do that?
Well, any area that faces hurricanes all the time has got to be resilient.
Right.
And I think we've continued to it's great to come to Biloxi, Gulfport, and the communities that on the east and the west of Ocean Springs and Bay St. Louis. There's so much to do. It's spread out along the coast, and there's different nightlife in different areas. I think that's what's always driven us. It's a beautiful area to come to, and I never want to say anything negatively about any other market, but where else do you get a view like this and the opportunity to, whether you want to go fishing, play golf, nightlife in the different downtown areas, and the best food in the world is right here.
Right.
So then each time it seems like we get a leg up with different things added to the industry, such as sports betting. So sports betting come along at 18 when we basically saw, I guess, flatness, and then that gives a whole new jump in life, and that's continued up through COVID, and even the market thrived after COVID, just for the fact that a lot of people were looking to take vacations via car, and we did so well as an area in the Indiana and the Illinois, the Missouri, that we've always done well in the snowbird time of year, but we were doing well in the summer 2021, and also as we got into 22. So we hope that those people who came here because it was a good route via car are still coming back to us today because it was such a great place to come to.
Yeah, and I do want to touch on, I love, and I know you don't like to get credit for it, but y'all are so entrenched in the community. We are growing, we're bringing people here, the casino, so many people, it's beautiful, the amenities, and we're going to touch on that, you're remodeling. But y'all do a lot for the community, and the people that stay here, they see that. What are y'all involved in?
In terms of
organizations?
We try to, such as this last a week ago, we gave some money to Homes of Grace. We gave some money to Biloxi Back Bay Missions and the Gulf Coast Ministry, and we're starting to try to do that every quarter.
Yeah.
We just want to support the people who need the help, and two, that makes us a better community.
We try to give people a chance, but I don't think people realize how hard it is for a corporation like this. You have to go through so many hierarchies and levels, and you're known for being entrenched in the community.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think that is one of the most important things because it helps our employment, it helps our safety, and so many other factors that make people want to live here.
And we try to serve on boards. I'm on the Coast Transit Authority Board, which is transportation, and it's so big for certain folks that we take it for granted of everyone has a car and everyone don't have a car, so people rely on that to get to work or to go shopping or basic needs to go to for medicine. And a lot of people, I don't think, are aware of that. So it's
yes, I mean, and I see it, but I'm actually not aware of it. What, it comes to you, or there's a station? How do you get in touch with that? Somebody is watching right now.
Well, Coast Transit has routes. Each one of the casinos has a location. It has the schedule posted, and you have the stations up and down Highway 90 where the Gulf Coast, the trolley runs. So there's several routes that goes up and down Pass Road, Highway 49, Highway 90. I know they go to the Promenade and go to different locations. We're based St. Louis, in Ocean Springs. So Coast Transit is, everybody knows the little pickup
Right.
locations. Again, I'm sorry for not knowing
Not
what we
at
call
all. But I
the
mean,
name
that's
of
huge
them.
awareness.
But all the routes are listed on there. But
yeah.
so, from our standpoint, those are worthy causes to serve on that board, and I represent Gulfport and Mayor Hughes. But those are important things that we could make for. Look, if we get 3 people to work each day, that's 3 people who is contributing to the economy, who helps us because we're so dire need of employees. So it's a trickle down effect.
And it's just all part of a pie, and it all works together. And how do y'all continue growing? I know this place is known for everything's exciting, the restaurant's award-winning. Tell me a little bit about that and how you stay growing. And does it go through all of the other Golden Nugget casinos?
Well, we're tied together, called 24K card, which you can, if you come to any Golden Nugget in the country, which we have locations in Atlantic City, obviously here, Lake Charles, Las Vegas, and Laughlin, Nevada. And we just opened, there's a Golden Nugget now in Danville, Illinois, and we just purchased one in Colorado. So the comps that you earn, you could use at any Landry's restaurant throughout the country. So we've got, Saltgrass across the street is a Landry's restaurant that you could go there, but you can also go to Landry's restaurant. You can go to Mastro's, Ocean Air. Our owner owns a tremendous amount of restaurants. I think it's probably in about 550. He's always wanted from all of his facilities that basically have the resort feel, that when you come here, it's no different to him than going to the Bahamas or St. Martin, St. Lucia, wherever. That to him, so it's kind of built the same concept. And his brands are national brands, so when you come in from somewhere, Morton's is just not southern region. It's nationwide. Bubba Gump's is nationwide. Those are brands that are known. Obviously, the name Bubba Gump. So, I mean that helps us. They're good products that people know, and they know, especially on the high end. There's nothing better than Morton's that I think originated in Chicago. I don't want to get into the history of it, but the first Morton's I ever ate at was in Las Vegas with Rick Carter.
Yeah, really?
But Tillman didn't own it at the time, and it was before he revamped the menu. They actually brought the potato out and the steak out, and you pick. So I'd never even heard of it up until then. So now, obviously, I know the brand very well, and
and all the back and insides out.
It is a good. It's obviously a good attraction and a good amenity for our customers.
Well, so many people, you have such a respected reputation here on the coast, and I know you won't be talking about that, but you're so involved in the community with your family, you're running this industry, and there's so much to offer that the Golden Nugget provides. And this, to me, with everybody driving by, the Billfish tournament coming, this was an opportunity to kind of get to know someone like you and see what goes on and the other opportunities so people like me and the community can utilize them. And there's a lot more I want to touch on, but we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
World-famous dance crew, the Jabberwockies, is coming to Beau Rivage this summer with their newest show, Timeless. Visit BeauRivage.com for tickets and VIP packages.
Thank you for calling J. Allen Toyota Service.
This is what happens when you set an appointment at J. Allen Toyota Service. We will order the part right then, so it'll be here when your appointment comes. Our greeter staff will greet you quickly and friendly and top off your fluids before your car even leaves the drive. Then your car will go to one of our 6 two-man express teams or one of our 10 certified technicians so they can get you back on the road safely and quickly. This is service the way it should be at J. Allen Toyota Service.
Thank you, South Mississippi, for making us your #1 Ford dealer on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. 39 years strong of quality sales, service, and parts. Don't forget, we'll beat your best deal regardless.
Visit the Gulf Coast's newest casino.
Come in today and experience the beautiful smoke-free Beachview Casino.
Pick your game. We have your favorite slots and table games and a sports book.
Enjoy incredible views while you dine at one of our many restaurants.
And grab a drink while you enjoy live entertainment every weekend in the heart of the action.
The Gulf Coast's newest, the smoke-free Beachview Casino Resort, Gulfport.
Are a beacon of healing, resolute and consistent, determined. We are problem solvers, driven to overcoming obstacles, unshakable. We are prepared, capable, experienced, unbeatable. We are a network of people providing care throughout your lifetime. We are believers in the healing power of compassion. We are Memorial.
So here we are back from the break with Vice President General Manager Chett Harrison. And Chet, we are sitting up here, you know, in the Golden Nugget Biloxi, huge suite. Tell me a little bit about this. Who would actually get this suite, and how could somebody, you know, book this?
Well, this suite was originally built for the owner. Each one of his locations that he has a large hotel in, he has his own suite. He's got so much going on these days, he don't make it to Biloxi as much as he used to, so we asked him, could we make it available to our best players? So it's only available to our best players. No cash sale of this particular suite is available, and it's just a beautiful job with an awesome view over the Ocean Springs Bridge and the Sound. Overlooks the pool. Best location we have.
Absolutely. And tell me this: how many? I know y'all are redoing the rooms, the amenities. Tell me about that reconstruction that's happening.
Well, right now we're replacing all the flooring in 705 of our hotel rooms. We'll wrap up next week.
So basically, it's going to be for all the people traveling and staying here that are regulars as well as new people. It's like a brand new facility.
Like a brand new hotel
I love it.
room.
What a surprise. Yeah. And that's so awesome about all the different restaurants. Tell me, what is so special about them that they're award winning? Is it just the different atmospheres from like Lily's to your steakhouse, Bubba's? Or how did you get all those awards?
It's basically the attention to detail that's
created
by the Landry's restaurant group. They're a passionate group. They all have their own chefs that, when I say their own chefs, they're development chefs. So basically they're constantly looking for new recipes in the presentation. Our owner's really big into that. Every time, I'll use as an example, a hamburger comes out, it needs to look the same every time.
I love that consistency.
So the consistency, the quality is something they focus on. So we're not restaurant people, we're casino people. And in this industry, restaurants are probably one of the toughest things you could do to get it right. So it's great that we have a group of people who spend their days and day in and day out focused on that for us. So it makes it a lot better when that product finally lands in our building and facility to cater to our customers.
Yeah. And tell me a little bit about the nightlife. I know y'all have had some new additions and there's exciting things. Tell me a little bit about the Golden Nugget nightlife.
Well, the nightlife obviously is we're in the casino entertainment business. And we think we offer a gamble bar none that exceeds our customers. But we have the Rush Lounge where we have DJ each Friday and Saturday night. We have a showroom that holds approximately 1,000 people in our main ballroom. We just had Tanya Tucker in a couple of weeks ago. So throughout the year, we offer different live entertainment acts back there.
And not only that, we're so blessed. It offers so many opportunities for people to work, employment, so many different, things that are provided that gives young people opportunities. And I know you're very involved in those things. You see a lot of awarenesses, but you're actually one of the movers making it happen. With Gulf Coast Community Ministry, I know you and your wife are very entrenched in that. Can you explain a little bit about what's going on with that and how it is providing opportunity?
I know my wife works there during the week, and it's supported by numerous Baptist churches on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And basically, they offer different clothing, hygiene products, and little food baggies throughout the week. It's located, I believe, on 15th Street, right across from Milner Stadium in Gulfport.
Yeah.
And she's been engaged in that for a couple of years. And to raise money for them is a tremendous effort. One of the best things you could ever do is donate a bicycle to them.
Yeah.
Again, to people
That's a start, absolutely.
take it, who have automobiles, for someone who's unfortunately fallen in the homeless community, having a bicycle is a tremendous advantage for them.
Yeah.
Tremendous advantage. So they do great things. No credit to be, she's the one that goes there with the different people from the different churches every week and performs that function. And we do try to financially support them here and personally as well.
Yeah, and I wanted to touch on that because that's what all the viewers, whoever's watching, we can all contribute to, different things to give them that could help, and then they're bagged with volunteer operations. And, you and your wife, she's been here with you throughout this whole ride. We've talked about your work experience.
She come along a little bit after I started. But
yeah. How long have you been married?
Oh, gosh. We got married in August of 99.
Okay.
So I met her on a cruise. So I went on a cruise to
I
never
love
think
this
I would
story.
come back married, but I did. The guy I went with, she always says I went on a cruise with a guy, and so did he. So
yeah.
My friend, actually, he had tickets to go with a girlfriend of his, and they split up, and he said, "Hey, I got these tickets. You want to go?" I said, "Hey, I got nothing else going on." So
and you met your wife.
And so did he. So he got married as well. So.
And so you said she came in the beginning. You were already starting your experience within the casino industry.
Yeah, I started in '93, so I'd obviously been in it for 6 years.
Yeah.
When she came along, and we have two beautiful kids, Presley and Jessica, and she's made sure that they have never missed a ball game or any school function. So she's been right there to help get the growth out of myself and her personally as well.
And y'all live in Gulfport, Mississippi?
Live in Gulfport, yes.
Yes, and you go way back. One of the first things that, I was talking with my family about you is our grandparents were really good friends.
Well, my dad and your grandfather.
Yeah, my grandfather and your dad. And there's so many stories going all the way back to Gulfport High School.
Yes.
And you're born in Wiggins. You could have lived anywhere. And here you are, planted in Gulfport with a beautiful family, helping the employment rate, the tourism, the economy. And it's a really neat story how we are contributing to so many opportunities for everyone around.
Yes, yeah. It's been a outstanding, great ride. And yeah, there was a picture that hung in my bedroom from the time I could remember that was your grandfather, Roy, and my dad. And I think it was 1946, taken on the side of Gulfport High. And there's a few, I wish I could remember all the names, but Pickett Randall and
I love Pickett Randall.
Albert Weaver and
people.
a couple other people. I can't remember the
Right,
names of the
they were
rest of them,
good
but I
team.
knew that my dad and Roy were next to each other, and they grew up in Gulfport at a different time.
Yeah.
Those guys, to me, those guys were men. They
Right.
were men's men, and they were tough guys.
Yes.
And they grew up in tough times, and
Exactly.
thank goodness they were there to raise us.
I know, and I know my papa is just smiling down, so proud that I'm meeting with you. because you have done so many things. And that's why I wanted to reach out, because we all enjoy things like this, the Golden Nugget, and you know, it's so much little things that go into it. And the people that sit in your position, you didn't just walk into this, you know, wonderful career. You started from the very bottom. And not only that, we're doing really great right now, but you've gone through Katrina, the pandemic, so many things, and been resilient.
Financial crisis and along with everything else. But, you know, I work for great people. And I've always said it. You're looking for someone who could grab you by the hand and pull you along.
Yeah.
And I found those people throughout my career who gave me the opportunity to do great things, and I was able to learn from them. So it was thrilling that some were local. I worked a little while for Rick, and
Rick Carter.
When I was after he took over the Copa, he wasn't there originally. So. But there's been just so many throughout my career that who taught me something at each stop, and I'm so thankful.
Well, I love that, and you know, it's so true. It is about the opportunity and being prepared. That's one of the things I just want to learn from my lessons and be prepared when God presents you with an opportunity. And what do you love so much about the coast, as well as the resiliency of the pandemic? What drives you to stay here and to do such good things for all of us?
Well, it's a lot easier when you know a lot of people.
It really is.
But there's no community like the South. You know, I've been all over the different gaming communities, but you know, gosh, when you're dealing with people from down here, it's so much easier to go sit down and have a cup of coffee, and it's not personal. And you know, I can't think of anywhere else to live than the South. Even though we like to visit other places and we go, and I use the example every time someone, going back 30 years, moved here from Las Vegas or Atlantic City. I know they thought, oh my God, I gotta go to Mississippi, and now they won't leave.
Yeah, like think of country bumpkin.
Yeah, but there's so many of them who will not leave.
And we're constantly
and that's
growing.
great. I mean, I think that shows when these folks who the last thing they wanted to do, but to move up in the industry, they moved here.
Right.
And they won't go away. And we're glad they don't. We're glad they won't. I mean, they become the fabric of the community as well.
Well, I would tell you, I know you've got so many things going on. This has really meant a lot to Coastal Connections with Courtney and my team, and I really appreciate this opportunity. And thank you for having Harrison. Me. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in on another Sunday to Coastal Connections with Courtney.